may not be the most notable player at those events, but I mean, he's such a solid player, and his skill kind of sometimes goes unnoticed.
Yeah, it sometimes goes unnoticed a little bit because he is so popular as well. There's also a lot of people hating on him for no apparent reason.
Yep.
And
you're always going to have haters.
Yeah, you're always going to have haters. No matter what you do in life, there's always people who will not like it. Of course, some people have got more haters than others, but yeah, that's just how the internet works.
Yeah, Pobbes. I really like that name. It's like something I would name an English bulldog.
Yeah, I was thinking of that, like some
right,
like some English last name, like some British guy, like I'm John Pobbes, something like that.
Dude, that would be a sick name. A last name is Pobbes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that would be so good. Anyway, we're getting. Unfortunately, my last name is not Pobbes, and the guy that is called Pobbes is going to be spawning here on GSL Terminus SE. He's going to be our purple Protoss player in the 3-ish o'clock position, and all the way in cross spawns, it's going to be QxG's Destiny. We've just seen him take out Rain Spades in a pretty epic game there, holding off the double 11 racks like a boss. That was really incredible.
That was really sick. Yeah, and Rain Spades kind of falling really behind. I really feel like he pulled a little, maybe too many SCVs during that that engagement in the beginning, because he just fell so behind. Destiny had like 20 drones, excuse me, to the 10 SCVs right at the beginning of the match after that that beautiful defense.
Yeah, he lost 7 workers early on, Spades in that game, and Destiny only lost 2. And usually you see the Zerg player lose like 4 or 5, and the Terran lose 2 or 3. But Destiny completely turning it around, losing only 2 workers to the 7 of his opponent, which of one might have been his scouting drone. So that is just fantastic play out of Destiny. I hope to see him do as well in this game as he did in the last game. Pobbes is going to be scouting. Yeah, I know it. I know it's a best of 3. It says on the overlay. Oh dear. Anyway. I was going to point out that Pobbes did see the Overlord of Destiny, so he knows it's going to be cross spawns.
Yeah, and as kind of Destiny is a little more known for not being the best with his ZVP. He really thinks that this matchup is quite broken, actually. So we're going to have to see how he deals with this and how Pobbes deals with this as well.
Yeah, you just made me remember one of the comments that Destiny made about Ultralisks. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, the one on Reddit. I love that one. Go ahead and say it.
Destiny quoted something about Ultralisks, and I believe he said, the only time when I make Ultralisks is when I'm really far ahead and want to throw away the game, or something.
Yeah, that's exactly it. When I want to lose. Whenever I'm really ahead and I want to lose, I make Ultralisk. Which pretty much makes sense. I mean, they're really just not that great late game, I would just have to say. I mean, we haven't really seen any utilization by them. In small numbers, they're kind of good if you can just kind of micro them around, but it's nothing to definitely mass, for sure.
No, it's not something you get en masse. You really need to get Zergling support with Infestor support to be able to do well with them. But we see them sometimes, but not as much in the big tournaments anymore. It's most of the time, pretty much always actually Broodlords. Broodlords.
Yeah, definitely. And again, just kind of standard play opening from both of these players. No real big aggression, as this is Terminus. It's such a huge map, Lyrlian. It would take ages for any aggression this early to come by if you weren't proxying, so that's why we're going to be seeing our Protoss take this double gas. I really wouldn't be surprised if he is going into 1-gate expand or just possibly a 3-gate expand.
Yeah, it is really safe to go for a 3-gate or 1-gate expand on this map. Relative to a Nexus First. Nexus First is going to be so vulnerable on this map because of the back door, or well, not the back door, but the really wide open natural here. It's so hard to wall that off with buildings, and sometimes we see Protoss do it on this map, but it is always so sketchy. It is pretty much impossible to do a Forge expand on this map safely.
Yeah, definitely. I could not agree more. Again, and if you just put those buildings in such awkward positions as we saw with kind of Naniwa and Linok, it's so easy for the Zerg to do a roach attack that just can snipe such important structures such as the cybernetics core and gateways in the early game.
Yeah, we really saw Linok completely tear apart the Nexus First builds out of Naniwa in such fashion with his roaches and link play. It was pretty fantastic. We got a little bit of aggression going down here by Pobbes. Actually, some drones are being pulled here. He should send them back right now. Yeah, he does. That one queen and those two zerglings will be able to do with that stalker. That stalker should actually be getting home right now because speed is finishing up in about 20 seconds. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, you do not want to get a zealot and a stalker sniped in the early game. He is trying to pick off this queen, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it. As you said, speed is just about to finish. Whoa, drone pull. But some more lings are going to be coming out, and I think he is going to get a surround on this stalker. Let's see if he's producing any more. 8 more lings coming out right now.
Yeah, he should have made those links a little bit earlier. Now he has speed finished, but no links to do with the stalker, and there finally come the links, but only 2 of them. He will be able to pick off this stalker, but he will lose a few links in the process. So not too happy there with how Destiny handled that.
Yeah, definitely. I could not agree more. We do see just 2 more gateways coming down from our Protoss player. Finally, the Forge is going down as well. Would really like to maybe see a cannon or 2 being placed. He has so much chrono saved up right now. I don't know what exactly he might be saving it for. If he's maybe going to be opting to go into some sort of a Stargate play, or if he's going to be trying to take out these rocks down here really early to go for a fast third.
Yeah, or maybe he just wants to chrono boost out a crap load of probes, because he is chrono boosting his Nexus at his natural right now, and why not use it on probes a little bit? You know, using it on probes is, on this map, a really safe investment, because it's going to be so tough for a Zerg player to push into your natural because of this relatively tight choke. Force fields are going to do good. Like you said, the cannon being added is going to make it even easier to defend. And we're going to have to see what he wants to spend all that chrono boost on. He is constantly spending it right before he hits max, so he's not been wasting chrono boost energy just yet.
Yeah, and we do just see him getting the 1 gas down in the natural right now, so he is not going to be opting for any sort of big tech like a Robo, Stargate, and a Twilight Council. He is just going to be throwing down 1 tech structure here pretty soon, so we're going to have to see if he does go probably for that Twilight or that Robo. Yep, and it is the Robo right now, Lyrlian, and he does finally opt to go for that 4th gas as well.
Yeah, we could see our Protoss player, Pobbes here, play a really safe style because, of course, he is going up to a very well-known community figure, Destiny. And Destiny, of course, known for his crazy strategies sometimes and his infestor play. I would not be too surprised to see Pobbes just hang back on his bases a little bit and just tech up to Colossi, take an early 3rd base, and, you know, continue from there.
Yeah, definitely. A lot we've been seeing with Protoss is if they are able to just hold this kind of defending advantage and play a nice passive style and push out at the right time, that they can just overwhelm the Zerg, because the Zerg will just want to continue to add aggression and just throw units away at them. And again, like I'm saying, this Protoss is going to go for that fast third.
Yeah, he is. He's working on those rocks. He already has a probe in position. He needs to get his sentry in the back attacking there as well. Really well done, keeping 2 sentries at the front and some stalkers in his main. Those stalkers are, of course, to deny scouting information, maybe to shoot down some Nidus worms, may they appear. But it's always good to keep a few stalkers in your main base as long as you know you're safe on the other fronts. But we've been talking a lot about the Protoss player.
That's what I was just thinking.
We should focus on Destiny.
Read my mind, Lyrlian. I know, he did Destiny. A really, you know, well-known player, so maybe we might want to talk about him a little bit. Throwing down a lot of gas as well, getting his 3rd up as well, and Aspire, but he has so much static defense. I don't know why. The Protoss player shows no sign of being aggressive. I mean, you see 4 spine crawlers down, Lyrlian.
That's okay. Actually, you see that sometimes, relatively... most of the time a little bit later, but when you go for the Spire play, you can sometimes force that base trade, and when you have like 6 or 7 or 8 Spinecrawlers sitting at the front of your base, that's going to make it so tough for a Protoss player without Colossi to push into.
Ooh. Nice force fields by our Protoss player, trapping a lot of lings here in the front of his base, and took out at least half of them, I would have to say. Destiny going to have to back off.
Man, all these plays and these things you and I keep on saying are reminding me of Reddit threads all the time. Because these force fields here, trapping links, that is something that Elfie tried to do as well. Or you know what I'm talking about, or don't you, this time?
I missed that one. You'll have to explain it to me.
Well, Elfie was doing the exact same thing. He was pushing out of his main base, and there were like Zerglings sitting at the exact same position where Destiny Zerglings were sitting, and he just tried to force field the links in as well, but he completely missed the force fields. He just threw down 4 force fields, and the links just ran by, and Day 9, you know, he couldn't handle it. He laughed so hard. It was really a lot of fun to hear Day 9, you know, go crazy.
Giggle at the force play. Very nice.
Oh, a ling run by. He's going to be getting some scouting information here. These 2 lings are, or actually they're not. They just decide to run into the cannon and die.
A lot of mutas are starting to show up on the field now, though, Lyrian. 14 mutas are going to be going into the main base of our Protoss player with no defenses. Their cannons finally going up. A lot of probes are going to go down.
Yeah, definitely a lot of probes will be falling here. The Stalkers and sentries come here in there to reinforce, but this is so tough to deal with as a Protoss player. The cannons are not up yet, Blink is not yet finished, and so many workers are falling. Already 11 have died.
Yeah, and he just continues to go through each base. I like the flow of this. The Protoss army so immobile, and these mutas so fast. He's just able to go straight through all the bases, and I don't think he lost a single muta out of that.
No, he hardly lost any health on them as well. Just one of them sitting at 14 HP. That was such nice timing there out of Destiny. Of course, he didn't do that, you know, knowingly that Blink hadn't finished yet. But it was just a nice timing overall. He went in there, Blink was not finished, the Stalkers were really immobile, and he was able to do a ton of damage there, now securing his 4th and 5th base while keeping on harassing with his mutas. This time a few Stalkers are in position, but he might be able to kill a cannon, but he does lose a muta. Actually, that wasn't that good out of Destiny. So many more mutas joining up though, wow.
Yeah, 6 mutas more
23.
on the way. 23 mutas total, and it looks like it does hinder our Protoss player, as I think he was trying to opt to go for some 7-gate attack, as we do have 7 gateways and a robo up for him. He still continues to pump out Immortals. He now is pumping out an Observer, and we do have the Forge. The upgrades are going down, Lyrilian. Those are so OP.
Yeah, they are not. But upgrades are definitely a good thing to be getting right now, and we see Pobbes do something that I've actually never seen someone do before. I've seen Axlav go for a triple Forge play. Oh, hold that thought. We see the mutas going back into the main base, and so many more workers are falling.
Destiny is just going to be able to take this game economically if he keeps this good muta harassment up. And I'd just like to add one thing after. Oh, he's starting to lose a lot of mutas. He needs to get them out of there. He has such a high muta count. These Stalkers are going to start to do more damage. I think Destiny thinks he can take it.
Yeah, he really thinks he can take it, but he's not really being too cost efficient right now. So many of his mutas are falling. If you can look at my selection screen right now, I can count the mutas who died. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mutas fell in that harassment. I'm not too sure if that was worth it.
I'm not too sure either, but he is keeping the Protoss in his base. I mean, look at the vision that Destiny has and the expansions that he is taking. He controls this game. So many spine crawlers going down in the 6 o'clock position just to hold this kind of secret expansion. The map control that Destiny has right now is just phenomenal.
Yeah. What I was gonna say before those mutas started wreaking havoc at the main base. Actually, I might as well wait with saying that, because those mutas are getting in position again. They're heading towards the 3rd base, looking to do some more damage here on the mineral line of our Protoss player here. Actually,
he's going to have to back off. The Stalker count is starting to get too high. Oh, more mutas rolling at 8 more mutas being built right now. 24. This is that critical mass of mutas getting up to the high 20s and low 30s. They do so much damage, Lyrilian. I don't know what our Protoss player is going to do.
And no, I don't know what he's going to do. He's really far behind, but I want to make a little bit of a remark about Destiny's play as well. I was going to say he doesn't even have an infestation pit yet, and that's exactly when the time when he decided to drop it. I would have liked to see his hive finish around this time, but he's just starting his infestation pit, so his hive is going to be miles away. He's staying stuck on mutas for a long time, but I guess in this case it doesn't really matter as much because he is so incredibly far ahead. But in a game where a Protoss player defends the harassment a lot better... A few mutas falling there again, and that is really showing why you should not stay stuck on mutas for too long.
Literally, and I would have to add that same comment for our Protoss players, as they've stayed on the Warp Gate tech for so long as well, and the Robo Just Immortals, not opting to go for any sort of maybe DT or Archon play, or just moving anywhere. He's just continuing to do upgrades, but we now finally see Colossus coming out on the field with this high muta count. How do you feel about that, Lyrilian?
The Colossi coming out is, of course, a decent decision. It's going to be tough, though, for him. But I don't know. They're getting Colossi this late. He should be realizing that his opponent's going up to Hive and will be having Broodlords in this position. I don't know. I really don't know.
We have 100 drones out for Destiny right now and 4 Lings.
He doesn't really have anything else? No.
He has no offensive units besides these mutas. He's just trying to force the Protoss to quit with these mutas. 36 mutas, Lyrilian, he just continues this harassment.
Yeah, and finally he realizes he has a little bit too many spines. Look at the spines that are going down right now in the production tab. 22 spines are being dropped. Wow, more harassment going down in main base. He wants to free up some supply. That's why he's doing this. You might be like, oh man, he's throwing so many Mutalisks away, and yes he is. But he wants to free up, or actually he's making another 10 mutas, so maybe he's not freeing up supply.
I feel like he's just going to mass mutas this whole game. Literally, and these Colossus are going to become just useless. I mean, we do see Colossus continuing to be pumped out by our Protoss, and our Protoss, I don't know why he's doing this. He hasn't seen a huge aggression. I think he's just assuming there's a lot of Lings on the field somewhere, which there's not.
No, there are a lot of spines, though. Look at the bottom base of Destiny here. There is 16, 21 spines here with 2 spores sitting in the middle. I don't think DTs are going to do too much there. What do you think?
No, DTs are not going to get anywhere past that. These mutas continuing to add the aggression, keeping the Protoss in their base. As I said, the Protoss has not been able to push out. Let's see the Protoss's Pobbes vision right now. What has he been able to scout? He sees the immense the stronghold down here at the 6 o'clock position, but really nothing else.
Oh, looks like he wants to kill off some Colossi here, and he does get one. Is he going to get the second one? No, he decides to get out of there. Come on, Destiny, get a Greater Spire, get something going.
Our Protoss player needs to add Storm into the mix.
I
that
think
would
Destiny's
solve this
just trolling
so
at this
easily.
point.
I believe so too. I mean, just constantly building mutas and so many drones right now, and I mean, he's had 3 Lings like the whole entire game.
He's making 13 drones while he's on 110 drones. He's going up to 120 drones right now. He's definitely trolling.
I mean, but his Muta play is so nice. I mean, the main base is not being able to mine right now, so the Protoss player is stuck on 2 bases while Destiny is macroing like crazy off his 100 drones, and the Protoss player still can't get up their 4th base even.
No, he's still stuck at 50 probes. He doesn't attempt to get his 4th base right now, and he's actually going to be pretty okay in keeping that. What is Destiny? I don't know, man. Destiny might be trolling here a little bit too much. I mean, this 4th base, he doesn't really have any units to deny it. He only has 17 mutas, and... or actually, he has 17 here, but he has another 20 somewhere.
Yep. He has 37 total, flying around somewhere, just adding so much harassment. So again, yeah, I think we are getting trolled here, because this is just such a weird play style.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun here by Destiny, who is now adding on the Ultralisk Cavern, and as he stated before, he only makes Ultralisks when he's wants to throw away a game, wants to lose a game. And it looks like he's going to commit to killing this Nexus over here, denying the 4th base, and he does get the cancel. So really fantastic by Destiny. Now heading up into the main base, going to be killing 2 pylons and empowering a lot of gateways. Stalkers nicely microed there, blinking up to the high ground, and more mutas are going to be dying, but he's just replenishing the count constantly. Look at his minerals and gas. 4,500 minerals and 1,000 gas in the bank. Just making another 19 mutalisks. Why not?
Why not? I mean, his upgrades are looking so hot for the mutas right now. Going up to level 3 weapons, that's going to do so much damage with that kind of boomerang attack that the mutas do supply. And the 4th being denied once again. Literally, this game is so crazy.
This game is really crazy. Destiny is just playing oh so entertaining here. He could have ended this a long time ago, though. Oh, a lot of mutas going down, but I don't really think he cares. He's got an Ultralisk Cavern ready. He can make a lot of Ultralisk. He researched Pathogen Glands. He researched pretty much everything apart from a Greater Spire. I would really like for him to get a Greater Spire just in case, you know, you never know if it's going to come into use.
Yeah, definitely. We do finally see the Archons coming out of our Protoss players. Those were much needed about 5 minutes ago, Lyrlian.
Maybe 10.
You could be correct. These Colossus not needed at all. I mean, literally, our Protoss has not seen any other units from the Zerg besides these mutas.
No, and Destiny once again throwing away his entire muta count to the Stalkers. A lot of Stalkers stuck on the high ground. You should blink them down or just go up into the high ground to the safety of the Archons. Still no Storm out, I believe. Or did he get it? Did I miss that? No, he still has no Storm.
Nope, he is just opting to go straight for those Archons. Destiny continuing to troll, continuing to make 8 more mutas, continuing to have 120 drones right now, Lyrlian. And it looks like a Protoss player is opting to long distance mine now. Gonna try and go for that 4th again.
He's completely mined out of his natural base, or about mined out. His natural is already empty. We see another engagement going down, some more mutas going down, another 5 spine crawlers being added by Destiny. Where is he adding those? I am interested to see. Oh, he's just adding them to the Spinecrawler Forest in the bottom position. So that's going to take a year and a half for the Protoss player to get through that. His Colossi are not actually here. There's only 1 Colossi out. Where is it hiding? Oh, there it is. Staying back. Doesn't want to lose it.
It could easily be sniped by those mutas. It's a terrible placement for that Colossus. And Destiny could go to the main right now and get a lot of nice pylon kills and take out these 4 warp gates pretty easily as well.
Yeah, he's toying with his opponent so much. Destiny are now almost at the 10k mineral mark, making another 9 mutas. He's getting continuous upgrades. He's getting pretty much every upgrade in the book right now. He already researched burrow, pathogen glands, a lot of air upgrades, as you can see on those mutas who are on 3-1. That is so unusual to see. Usually you see +1, sometimes +2, but +3 and +1 armor on mutas? Not that common.
Yeah, definitely really strange. I wonder if he's just going to throw these mutas away at some point and just max out on ultras and lose the game, Lyrilian. I think that's a good playstyle by Destiny, as he has proven.
He's just sacrificing about 30 mutas to kill 3 Archons and 10 probes.
We see our Protoss taking a 5th base now. This is just a hilarious game, Lyrilian. You didn't think you would see that, but I mean, that is what Destiny is known for. He is known for trolling and giving us quite the entertainment.
Yeah, it looks like he's finally had enough of it. He's making 17 Corruptors, but does he even... He doesn't even have a Greater Spire. What is he gonna do with 17 Corruptors?
I have no idea. 17... There's no air on the field. There's one Colossus
One
still,
Colossus.
right, Lyrilian? Okay, so he's going to be able to take out that one Colossus pretty easily, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, look at that. These 2 Immortals are going to be in for a surprise here. Running into 5 Spinecrawlers, they think. Oh, 7 Spinecrawlers. And even though Spinecrawlers are not that good against Immortals, this many Spinecrawlers deal with them pretty reasonably well. Meantime, Muta's in the main base, flying into Stalkers once again. Destiny really has to be careful here not to lose too much.
I mean, we're only down to 17 mutas right now, and there's 38 Stalkers left. One of the big things from Pobbes is he's just not aggressive at all. I mean, I really would have liked to seen him to add some Warp Prism play in, or even, again, some DT plays, even though there are a lot of Spinecrawlers. He is finally taking out this Fortress at the 12 o'clock.
Yeah, actually, not one of the Immortals is dying. One of those Immortals has 11 kills, most of which being Spinecrawlers. That is actually pretty cool. He's going to be focusing down this hatchery as well, and Destiny doesn't even care. But I think he should be, and finally he realizes he doesn't have a Greater Spire. There he goes, finally upgrading that. He will be morphing about 17 Broodlords, and the only thing out on the map right now to do with Broodlords is Stalkers. I don't even think there's a Stargate to make Fort Race.
There is no Stargate on the way right now, Lyrilian, but there are a lot of Stalkers, and they're all maxed out. We have the final upgrade of the Protoss going down. I mean, he doesn't want to chrono it out, otherwise people would just complain about that. He does have some high tide Templars back at the base, just, you know, to maybe lay down some storms on those mutas.
Does he finally have Storm?
Yeah, he finally did opt for Storm.
Nice. So getting Storm about 25 minutes into this game, could have used it a lot earlier. Looks like Destiny's going to throw away his last mutas here. He's definitely doing this on purpose. He wants to free up supply to get more Hydras out. He's going for Hydra Broodlord. Why not? There's no Colossi out on the field, and he has a ton of Corruptors. Or actually, did he morph them all into Broodlords? Yes, he did, so he doesn't have a single Corruptor. So Colossi would be really good. Colossi Stalker would completely own that, but only one Colossi out on the field right now, so those Hydras are going to be doing quite the amount of damage. He also has fantastic upgrades on those Hydras, I do believe. Let's check that out. 3-2, so that's going to be really good for him.
Yep, Lyrilian, this is the perfect 31-minute timing attack for Destiny. This is what he's been waiting for all game long. He's going to have so many Broodlords and Hydras. Our Protoss is actually going to be overwhelmed by this and not going to be able to do anything.
No, I can just imagine the smile on Destiny's face right now, and the sad face that Pobbes is going to be making. Or is he? I'm not too sure about this army composition, man. What if this goes wrong for Destiny? What does he have to fall back on? Pretty much nothing. But the Hydras are doing so much damage, and the Stalker count is just not high enough. A lot of Broodlords fell, but just not enough. The Hydras tearing apart the Stalkers who were trying to focus down the Broodlords. Still 19 Hydras left, and even though most of the Broodlords have fallen, there's still 9 left. It's nowhere near going to be enough. One Templar coming in here. He is thinking to storm. He's like, I'm going to storm, and there he goes. The first storm of this game does go down.
Takes out one Hydra.
Takes out one Hydra. And Destiny is going to be taking this first game relatively soon here. Pobbes should realize that he has no way of coming back into this. He's making more gateways and a single Colossi right now. He is setting up a defense near his natural entrance, but I think the Hydras alone might be able to take this. Looks like we're going to be seeing some more crazy storms here, but is it going to be enough? The Hydras are going to be melting.
Proxy hatches coming down as well. You know this game is over. I mean, this game has been over for a really long time. Destiny just kind of trolling his opponents. Pobbes not really playing the aggressive style that he needed to play, and Destiny having the great Muta control.
Yeah, it really came down to those Mutas killing all the probes and all the tech that they did. Destiny getting up that 4th and 5th base so easily and just being able to make more Mutas than his opponents can make units, basically. and he's going to be taking this game really soon here. It looks like Pobbes is like, well, you didn't finish me off when you could, I'm going to put up a fight. And finally we see the GG out of Pobbes there. Destiny is going to be going up 1-0 in this best of 3.
Quite the crazy first game on MLG's Terminus.